Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I'm with David Goppelt. He is my intern here at Green Pastures Farm. And David came to Jan and I in December of 2021. And he signed on for a full year. And now we're looking at, won't be too long, it'll be 1st of September creeping around
Yeah,
here.
it's hard to believe.
And so what I wanted to do, folks, I just wanted to give everyone a plug into David's life and kind of what his next journey is going to look like. And David, you want to tell us a little bit about what you're looking for when you leave here, and what have you learned while you've been here, and just a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so background-wise, I'm from a suburban background. I didn't grow up as a farmer, and I didn't think I could be a rancher because I wasn't born into it and I didn't have tons of money. But reading different books and just learning as much as I could about agriculture over years convinced me that if you really want it and you're willing to invest the time, you can do it. And so that's led me to working at different places, farming different places, and eventually here to Greg Judy's. And I've been here almost 9 months now, Greg. It's hard to believe the time's gone by so fast.
It's unbelievable.
But it's, I really think the biggest thing that I'm going to take away from this year here is inspiration, Greg, because I've had a lot of good experience with animals and starting to learn some stockmanship, observation skills, and also grazing, developing a grazer's eye, and being able to look at forage and know the quality of it, and also, assessing it, rationing it, and watching it through the season. And but I think if I was going to say one thing, I think the inspiration aspect of it is that you and Jan both as mentors have really empowered me to really not only to believe I can be a winner, but to want to be a winner, because there's a mentality today, I think, that that says that if you win, you're making someone else lose, and that's not the way that's not the way it has to be.
No,
it's not the way it has to be. But I think I've been in situations previously where if I went the extra step to be the best I could be, other people felt maybe threatened that I pushed as hard. And I think being here, you and Jan have just encouraged me that being a winner is a good thing, not only for me, but for other people too.
Yep.
And I don't need to be afraid to just go for it.
Nope.
And looking at kind of a next step from here, I really want to get my arms around some grass and be managing it. I'm not.
So you're looking more into the ruminants, like cattle, sheep, and goats.
Definitely looking into the ruminants.
Not so much chickens and pigs and stuff like that.
I came from a background of raising poultry and pigs, and I don't think that's wrong. We were raising them on pasture. But, man, in the long haul work-wise, I thought about this as I was doing poultry, and I was moving Salatin-style pens every day, hauling feed and water around. I said, I don't mind working hard like this, but what is this going to look like when I'm 50?
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to stop working when I'm 45, 50, but I don't think I'm going to be able to just haul 40-pound water buckets around and move shelters like that when I'm 50. And I want to keep enjoying this lifestyle of being out on the landscape.
Yep.
And that was one reason. And then, you look at grain prices today and how dependent you are on a system. Even if you have a pasture-based system, the pigs and the chickens both depend on grain. And I want a situation where I can be independent. Yeah, I don't want to be depending on someone else to run my farm. That makes me unstable, and it gives me more anxiety about the future. And there's enough to worry about. So, and then I think on top of that is when you actually look at what's going to do the most good for the land, just at its core, ruminants do it. They do it better than anything else. If you don't use a ruminant, you're going to end up brush hogging everything. That's what I was doing often with the poultry. I was either making hay or I was just brush hogging literally tons of food.
Yep.
And it was going to waste. It wasn't going to waste, but, well, it kind of was. I was just, because we didn't have ruminants, I didn't know how to manage them. And so I'm not going to say I'll never raise chickens at all again or pigs, but I want that to be a sideline thing if I do it again. I want to go after ruminants.
So your centerpiece operation going forward, you'd love to be on a farm that is maybe running cattle and sheep as their primary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't blame you. I'm the same way.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of know that's one of the reasons I came here. It's that I knew I wanted to do things with ruminants. It's just I didn't know if I had it.
Right.
I didn't know if I knew how to do it.
Well,
And
David,
so,
you've been here 9 months now. Will be September 1st. And Jan and I couldn't be any more pleased with the progression you've made and the learning. And I mean, your work ethic is through the ceiling. I don't know if I'd put you up against anybody that could outwork you. I mean, when you put your head down, I mean, you're going to get after it. And
yes, sir.
you know, in this kind of environment, some days, and it's not every day, but you've been around a little bit of it where we have to work, 10, 12, 14 hours.
That's right.
Most days are, 7 in the morning till maybe 5 at night, but there's occasional times we don't get in till dark.
Yeah.
And that's just part of being on a farm.
That's right.
And it's not that way every day, but you got to be willing to go the extra mile, and I think you have those qualities. And so, folks, David's going to be looking for a position going forward from Green Pastures Farm. And if you're interested in contacting David, you can come through our email, or you can email David. And David, what is your email address?
It's david@goppelt.org.
Okay, make sure you give me that when we leave. I'll put that on this.
Okay, we'll
on this video. And also, folks, I wanted to give a plug. I was kind of letting David roughhouse it for a little while before I gave him a plug, but I want to give him a plug to his YouTube channel. And David, just real quick, tell me, what is your YouTube channel? What's the name of it?
It's the Thinker Farmer YouTube channel.
The Thinker Farmer. Is that
Thinker Farmer?
If we just type that in.
If you just type in Thinker Farmer, it'll come up on YouTube.
Okay, and you started that back in the summer, early.
I think it was in April or May.
Yep.
I think kind of in spring.
Yep.
It's basically, the goal of the YouTube channel is to focus on other young farmers that are in my shoes and helping them figure out what their identity is, who they want to be as a farmer, and then also helping them identify where they're at. A lot of it is just me sharing videos of experiences I've had or lessons I've learned along the way. Sometimes it's a video of me visiting a farm or highlighting something I've seen here or somewhere else.
Yep.
So it's really kind of me just telling my story, but hope with the emphasis on other young farmers that are interested in grass farming, helping them figure out, what do I really want to accomplish as a farmer, and where am I at? Because if you know who you are, and where you're at, you can figure out how you're going to get where you want to go.
Yep. So. Well, where did you get your passion from? You've got a lot of passion. Where'd you get that from?
Greg. That's a good question. My name's David, and I was thinking about this. I'd never thought of it this way before, but ever since I was a little kid, I've always woke up in the morning wanting to slay Goliath. I didn't know what Goliath was, but essentially I'm always looking for a challenge, not in a bad way,
right.
But I wanted a challenge in life, something that I can. There's a saying, you say I work hard, Greg. I do, but something you don't work for is not worth having.
Yep.
You've got.
You don't appreciate it.
You don't appreciate it. That's part of the problem we got in our culture today. You've got to work for things. If you work for them.
If it's just given to you, what happens?
It doesn't mean anything. And you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it eventually because you don't know. If you didn't figure out how to get it in the first place, you're not going to know how to hold on to it.
And take care of it.
That's right.
Yep.
And,
well,
but I love a challenge, Greg.
I tell you, folks, we've been around a lot of young people. We've had a lot of interns. And, I tell everybody, interns are just like livestock. There's good ones and bad ones. Some are better than others. And, David's right up there at the top, folks. He's got a lot of passion. He's a hard worker. He's young. He's got good health, super good morals. He comes to work every morning enthused and always has a smile on his face. And I can't say enough good about you, David. And we'll do the best we can to further your advancement in this regenerative agriculture.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, David.
Thank you, Greg. And I want to say just one thing to the YouTube channel there. I have to say this now, or I may not get a chance. Gang, if y'all are looking at learning about grass farming, Greg Judy's the man. When it comes to ruminants, I've had a lot of different mentors, and you can hear about them from my YouTube channel. Greg and Jan have been truly the best mentors I've had for various reasons, and from my heart, Greg, thank you.
Well, I didn't expect that, but thank you, David. That's a very good compliment, and we sure appreciate everything you've done for us. And it's been a real joy working with you, and we're going to enjoy seeing your progression as you move forward.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, folks, everyone have a good one. And remember, hit subscribe and go to David's channel, and it's called The Thinking Farmer.
Thinker Farmer.
The Thinker Farmer. I'll put up that on the description so people can find that. All right, folks, have a good one, and hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you all.